Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about ground beef. Everybody knows what ground beef is, but maybe you don't know exactly what it means. Ground beef is when you take lean muscle meat trim and you combine it with fat content. And the difference between extra lean, lean, and regular is the amount of fat content that's in your product. This here is how it breaks down. This here is extra lean. Extra lean has a maximum fat content of 10% total weight. This is 1 pound. This is lean. Lean, 1 pound, has 17% maximum weight for your grounds. 17% fat, maximum weight. This here is regular. Now regular gets a lot more fat. Regular's maximum fat content is 30%. These are each 1 pound, exactly 1 pound, with the exact fat content at 10, 17, and 30%. I'll show you the difference of how it looks. Now you can see that I've ran each one through the grinder. Extra lean, lean, and regular. You see the difference in the red on each one? You can tell there's more fat in that meat. But that doesn't necessarily mean just because this one has more fat, it's no good. What it does mean is if extra lean is twice the price of lean, lean's probably your better option to go. If you want really fatty smash burgers, get regular. If you're on a diet and you're trying to not consume so much fat, go with extra lean. But these are the visual differences between them. That's the actual fat content that's in each one. It's important to know this so that when you're shopping, you know what you're shopping for. You're not just buying extra lean every time because you know it has the least amount of fat. Know what you're buying, know what you're eating, understand your meats. The other side of ground beef is there's some uncommon kinds, such as ground chuck and ground sirloin. These two are great, but unless you know they're really grinding sirloin or you know they're really grinding chuck, it's not worth the premium price. Never is. Grinding the beef yourself is a completely different thing than what you get in the grocery stores. Grocery stores ground beef come in tubes. Most of you have seen these tubes. And in these tubes comes a pre-ground ground beef. When you grind ground beef, you always grind it 2 times to actually mix through your fat contents. So what these stores do is they process, sorry, not the stores, the processing plants will go and process hundreds, if not thousands of beef per day. And every little piece that gets cut off into trim goes into a massive grinder. And in this massive grinder, they take your regular with the 30% fat or your lean with the 17% fat, and they grind it 1 time into these tubes. Then the grocery stores purchase these tubes by the case, open the tubes, and run it through a second time in their location. Doing that gives you what feels like a fresh product, which is fine. That ground beef is fine. The issue with that ground beef is that it's made up of hundreds or thousands of animals, where if you go to your local farmer and you purchase a side of beef, all your trimmings come off 1 animal. You go to your local butcher, all your trimmings should come off of 1 to 5 animals. At most, it's very minimal. Where at a grocery store, you really don't know what it came off of. If an animal was contaminated with E. coli, you have no idea. So those tubes, they're great, but for the price that you pay at a grocery store, it's almost cheaper to buy whole muscles, buy a grinder, and create your own ground beef. There's also, you can get what's called a medium ground, which I believe is 25%. It's very uncommon, but it is allowed, and it's regulated. As always, my name is Ashton. I'm your butcher. If you need more meat-related tips, give me a follow, and I will gladly teach you anything you want to learn.